Are you about to over-improve your Northern Virginia home? With so many homeowners still feeling locked into historically low interest rates, I've been having lots of conversations lately about when it actually makes sense to renovate and when it doesn't. And here's the tricky part. Those decisions feel very different depending upon whether you're staying put, this is your forever home, or preparing to sell. So let's slow this down for a moment, because the real question most homeowners are trying to answer is this: are we renovating this home for us, or are we improving it so we can sell it and get top dollar? Those are two very different goals, and treating them the same, frankly, is where people unintentionally overspend and get really stressed out. Today, I want to break this into two clear parts. First, how to think about renovations when this is or was meant to be your forever or forever-ish home. And second, how to approach improvements when your goal is to sell. Understanding the difference between those two mindsets is one of the smartest ways to protect not only your time, your money, but most importantly, your sanity. In case we haven't met, I'm Tanya Blosser, a longtime Northern Virginia resident and real estate agent. I work with homeowners across the region to help them make smart, informed decisions when it comes time to sell, especially around renovations, improvements, and where your money actually works the hardest for you. When you're renovating a forever-ish home, most improvements bring value simply because you're living in them. You enjoy the updated kitchen every day. You appreciate the new bathroom every morning. You're spreading the cost of those decisions over years of use, comfort, and quality of life. That is value, even if it doesn't translate dollar for dollar at resale. There are two renovations that I find are consistently stand out for long-term value. The first is adding finished square footage, most often by finishing a basement. Basement projects can return up to 75% of their cost, while almost dramatically improving how a home lives day to day. The second is improving the flow, particularly of your main floor. Not a completely open floor plan, but opening the kitchen to the family room, creating an eat-in space, and reducing unnecessary walls, especially here in Northern Virginia, where, let's face it, many homes were built decades ago. Buyers still want separation, but they also are yearning for connection, so that balance really matters. But even with a forever home, neighborhood's context is really critical. You want to love your home, but you don't want to unintentionally price yourself out of your own market by becoming the most expensive home on your block, especially without buyer support to justify it. Now, improving a home for sale is completely a different strategy. When your goal is to sell, the objective isn't perfection, truly it's alignment. You want the home to feel well cared for, thoughtfully presented, and priced appropriately for the Northern Virginia market that you're about to step into. This is about return, not personal taste. One of the most common questions I hear is, should we renovate the kitchen before we sell? Full kitchen remodels often return far less than people expect. In fact, research tells us consistently that major kitchen renovations rarely return 100% of their costs, and many land closer to 70 to 75%. In contrast, strategic updates like cabinet resurfacing, new countertops, updated lighting, or updating your appliances often deliver a much stronger return with far less risk. Bathrooms follow the same pattern. Full renovations can be expensive and time-consuming. Yet minor updates, again like fixtures, lighting, mirrors, fresh paint, often do far more for buyer perception than a complete gut renovation when you're preparing your home for sale. The question I have to say I hear most from sellers is this: will I get my money back if I paint the entire house? That includes walls, trims, ceilings, doors, really everything. And the answer is almost always yes. Painting consistently delivers one of the strongest returns for sellers. It neutralizes personal color choices. It makes a home feel fresh and clean. It helps reduce lingering odors. And most importantly, signals that the home is move-in ready. Flooring is another area worth evaluating very carefully. Floors can be expensive, but if they're damaged, heavily worn, or inconsistent, replacement can be a very smart investment. Buyers respond strongly to condition. They hesitate when they see obvious work ahead. Here's the market stats that really matter. In today's Northern Virginia market, homes are still selling, but buyers have more time and are more thoughtful because homes are averaging just over 20 days on the market. Buyers are comparing options. They're not paying more simply because something is new. They're paying because of alignment, because the condition, price, and the location for them are working together to meet their goals. That's why the smartest improvements for sale are the ones that remove objections, deferred maintenance, visible wear and tear, anything that causes a buyer to pause. Those are the problems that are worth solving. That's why the smartest improvements for sale are the ones that remove objections, deferred maintenance, visible wear and tear, anything that causes a buyer to pause. Those are the problems we're solving. Anything beyond that needs a clear strategy behind it. If you're thinking about renovating or improving your home here in the Northern Virginia area, whether it's your foreverish home or one that you're preparing for sale, let's talk it through. Take a look below for a link to my personal calendar, and let's hop on a quick Zoom call to strategize your specific situation. As always, I'm Tanya Blosser, and that's Tanya's Take.